All right, let's try this like one more time, I guess. I'll stay on for like maybe another 20 minutes or something. Um, oh, we got to 4.02K. Cool. See, I'm getting a few new subscribers today. It's good that it's still going up and up. So, yeah, so that's good stuff. Yeah, we're seeing progress and yeah, long may it grow and prosper. But who knows? Got to try not have too much expectations. Like I said earlier, when it comes to these things, you really never know how it's going to go. Just try and keep an open mind and see how it goes, really. Yeah, my short is nearly on 1.5K views now and it's still going up, so we'll see how it goes, Wonder if it's gonna, get like more than say like a few thousand or something. Be cool if it'll be like my first short to like get over 10,000 views or something. Who knows? I think my most viewed one is like 6,000 or something like that. Let's have a look. Filter. Is there a way to like filter it by most views or something? Let's just see. Where is it? Views. No, I don't know. I'd have to go into like, let's go to shorts, and then go to popular. My most popular has 6,000 views. So yeah, that's the most I've ever had on a short. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. But yeah, the recent one I just did earlier today, that's sitting at about 1.5K already. Hopefully it keeps on increasing. Hi Daniel Brooks, how you doing? Hope you're well. So in my latest short, it's on 1.5K views, and it's still seems to be showing no signs of stopping, going up. 1,533 views right now. It's sat at. Cool. So I hope everyone's well. I'm only going down for about another 20 minutes. I'm gonna have some food and stuff. So yeah. So to see how well it does. I mean, it'd be great if my shorts would make tons and tons of views, and then that would, because they can make money if you couldn't get a lot of views on them, but you'd have to be getting like 1 million views every short. I think they say it's something like 1 to 6 cents per 1,000 views. So that only works out to about $10 to $60 per million views on a short. So that is a bit rough, isn't it? Wouldn't you think? It's like you'd have to get 1 million views just to get between $10 to $60 on a short. $10 to $60, that would be about what, $35 average. I mean, that's not even like a daily income, is it? So like, yeah. So yeah, you have to just kind of you'd have to be getting a lot of views on the shorts for them to really make good money. But they are quite easy to make though, so you can just bang out shorts and they can be quite profitable in some cases. So yeah. But the most I've ever had on a short was like probably only about 50 cents, to be honest. But it is what it is. Some people can make like a few dollars, some people can make tens and hundreds of dollars from shorts. Justice League. I don't know, Christopher, what's that? What are you talking about? I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone's well tonight. Thank you all for joining me. Hello, James Berry. Hey man, I noticed when your lives hit high views. How did that do? I think it was one about the left and right. Sorry if you have covered it. Always been, what's that? About the whole left and right thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the way that the algorithm works sometimes. some of my lives get pushed out, some of them not so much really. Yeah, I think I had about 20 viewers on one of them, over 20 viewers live, but it is what it is. We've got 3 people here right now, so I've been on live most of the day actually, but we've had some random people coming and going, but it's not very consistent. I find it's just random as hell. I wish there'd be more regulars would come in and stuff. It's just hit 1,600 views that short that I did earlier today. So yeah, let's see how well it does. Because I did one the other day that got 2,000 views, but they are quite unpredictable as to how they're going to go. But it was a cat one, so maybe if I do a bunch of like cat ones that could just rack up a lot of views, maybe we'll see. Really, if I just do a bunch of random cat shorts, AI ones, 8 second long, I bet it's the political commentary. It's a big ATM for views, especially with a new dynamic world politics. Yeah, I found that seemed to get more people interacting, which then caused the algorithm to push it out more. So when I'm talking about those sort of things, then people do seem to kind of pay more attention. Because notice when I was talking about the whole, Starmer and all that bullshit, and yeah, but I don't want to keep talking about that stuff though, because it's just, I don't know, unless we're going to try and come up with solutions and try and get people together and try and because I think we should try and start a movement or something. If we're going to talk about politics, then we need to come together and actually make changes happen. But it's a Superman or Danny Hughes, it's totally different. I don't know that. Well, I was talking about like the whole Israel Palestine thing, but it's like I can't keep talking about that stuff because it's just very divisive and it's hard not to, but it drags down the spirit. I know it is. It's like because you just like feel like the more you talk about it, the more you feel kind of But I try to put a positive spin on things and be like, yeah, the government's trying to fuck everyone over, but all we can do is try to learn to navigate it all and try and try to be more frugal and rely less on the system and try to learn to save money so you can invest it in your future and just what I mean? So you want to just like be more savvy and all that kind of stuff. So I'd rather, if I'm going to talk about these things, I want to start to talk about more around solutions and things like that. Jim Bean says, which side you're on, Israel or Palestine? Like I was saying, I think the whole Israel-Palestine thing is just in my opinion, it's like a controlled opposition thing. And I think the whole Palestine thing is just, I think it might be well be a thing that Israel is propped up or something. Who's Sebastian? Sorry. Hello, JVKE Miller. Like, what if Hamas is actually a controlled opposition that's like Israel has, kind of secretly, kind of a part of or something. I don't know. This is a way I think sometimes with like it can sound a bit like conspiratorial or whatever, but it's just I just don't trust any of these bread and circus. I think this is what I mean. It's like divide and conquer and all that. I mean, who knows what's really going on? Yeah, I just don't really pay too much attention. I think it's just all been manufactured and I don't know. Like, there's nothing I can do about any of that stuff anyway, so I don't see the point in just keep talking about it, really. But I like to talk about self-improvement and doing whatever you can to better yourself, regardless of whatever the political environment is or whatever, Like, we've got to just try our best to, try and improve our lives in however way we can. Otherwise, we're just going to end up becoming a victim of our circumstances. So I don't really believe in just becoming a victim of your circumstances. I believe in taking responsibility and yeah, then again, earlier was kind of, yeah, I don't know. I remember a live I did earlier where I was just walking and I was just saying how, what if we just imagine a better world or something, and we just go into like an astral projection kind of state of consciousness and just try to project our consciousness into a better reality or something. I mean, that might sound pretty sad, but while in school now, I'm embarrassed to go to. Okay, um, okay, so you're in school or something that's like, I don't know if you might be a bit young for this chat. We talk a lot about more adult kind of stuff, really, in here. So it might be stuff that you might not fully understand potentially, but anyway, I hope everyone's well tonight. Um, Share this out if you can, please. That would be really appreciated. Oh, you're 18. Oh, you're in America or something. Okay. Because in America, they finish school at like 18, don't they? Or 19, which is different to how it is over here. We finished school like 16, then we got further education. But yeah. Sometimes I get a bunch of random like kids and stuff coming into the chat, and sometimes they just mess around. So I don't know. Philippines, we're finishing school after college. Oh, got you. Yeah, it's like they call it like, because in this country, like, yeah, it's a bit different, I guess. Hello, Amelia. How you doing? Not sure. I think so. Amelia with cats, possibly. Anyway, well, welcome back anyway. But yeah, the whole political stuff seems to be like, yeah, the kind of cash cow or something, isn't it? It is a bit of a shame, really, though, isn't it? Because why is it everyone wants to focus on that instead of focusing on bettering yourself, really. Focus on improving your health, your mental health, and stuff like that, instead of worrying about whatever these fucking corrupt politicians are doing. Because we as individuals, I don't think can really do much unless we're going to come together and actually form some kind of alliance and actually create some movement. But that's easier said than done, though. So a lot of people just aren't willing to, you know, put themselves through all that, are they? I guess we have to be kind of pragmatic and just. I guess the thing what I would say is to live by example. Really, I think is the best form of activism that you can do, is to live by example. If you can learn to rely less on the system, then people might start to get inspired by that and want to follow in your footsteps. Like, for example, we talk about plastic. If you want people to stop using plastic and you want that to change, then start off by sharing with the world like alternatives to that and to inspire change in that way. Try to educate people. I'm not rude. What are you on about? I don't know what you're on about, but I don't think I'm being rude. What you're on about? How am I being rude? The hell? Hello, GG Flames. How you doing? Hope you're well. What is wrong with these people, eh? Trying to say that I'm being rude. I don't know. Is it because I wasn't just giving them attention or something? Crouch. Yeah, I don't know. They're probably just like some kind of. This is what I mean when people like don't get attention and they get all like kind of wrong chat. I think I probably. I don't know. It's just draining a lot of that stuff, isn't it? Can't be arsed with all that. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen you around for a while, GG Flames. Okay, Crouchy. Oh, goodness. Hope you're all well tonight, everybody. I'm going to get off in about 5 minutes, I think. Yeah. Seems like that short's not getting pushed out as much now. Seems to be slowing down a bit. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to get much more views than it is now, but we'll have to see how it goes, really. Yeah. And the last few minutes hasn't really had much movement in the views. So you should tell us about your bad experience and tell us how to overcome it. I'm not sure, really. I mean, I think because it's still early. All right. Um, the thing is, I'm saying like, well, because I was talking earlier about how maybe we should learn from our experiences by experiencing it yourself. You know, maybe it's not my place to like tell people not to do something. I don't know, because some argue that you need to feel like you've come to that conclusion yourself about something. Like, for example, when it comes to things like heartbreak and all that, and do you need to go through that in order to learn from it? So then it's like, if I think that, then I need to stop telling people what to do, and because people want to feel like that it's their victory and not mine, sort of thing. I guess it's kind of like an ego thing. They want to think that it's hello, commander of my own mind. Don't be too hard on yourself. What, am I being hard on myself? I'm just saying about like people who they like preach to others about what is right or whatever, and they're like, oh, you shouldn't do this because like that could lead to you getting exploited, for example, or abused. But then maybe these people need to learn the hard way in some cases. I don't know. We are too hard on ourselves. Yeah, we have to stop putting pressure on ourselves, I think. Thank you, Commander. Yeah, hope you are too. Like a lot of it, I think, comes down to like comparing yourselves to other people. But once you realize that a lot of these people that you're comparing yourself to have fake lives themselves, then maybe that can give you a bit of satisfaction knowing that actually these people that I thought that were way ahead of me oftentimes are renting all this shit, and they're giving the illusion that they're successful and all that when they're not. Actually, maybe you know, maybe I'm just like not as far behind as I thought. But you shouldn't be comparing yourselves to other people anyway. Judging your success based on how successful other people are is kind of a bit silly, really, isn't it? Like, it should just be about, does the lifestyle I have give me happiness, and all my accomplishments, does that make me happy? Forget what other people are doing. Just focus on you. What are you happy with that? If you are, then great. You don't need to worry about what anyone else is doing. Like, some people are happy to just live in a friggin' mobile home, and if that's what someone wants to do, and that's what gives you happiness, then cool. Some people even want to live in a van. Some people even live in the woods. If you can get joy from that, then you've made it, There's different, like, versions of making it depending on who you ask. For some people, living off grid is making it, because they've become independent of the system for the most part, at least anyway. Whereas for some people, they haven't made it unless they're making millions, and that, but oftentimes they have to grift and shit to get there, and they're stepping on toes and whatever. Obviously, there is some genuine ones out there, but you know what I mean? It's we live in a dog-eat-dog world, and it can be quite cruel. This is what I've come to realize. It's cruel world that we live in, really. Full of greed and full of exploitation and yeah, it's sad. But like I said, we can't be focusing on that really. Hello, Ninja Ben. Potato face. Alright, whatever. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be getting off soon. So any more questions before I go, people? I don't think there's anyone else. Oh, hello, Sam. We all have potatoes for faces. What do you mean? Mr. Potato Head or Miss Potato Head. Remember that? Yeah. Have some basic respect. I know some people are just like, that's just what some people do, you know. Just kind of sad, really, isn't it? When people have nothing better to do than to just maybe it's a cry for help. I don't know. Some people, I feel like sometimes people are doing it as almost like a cry for help. Maybe it's like on a subconscious level, it's like a cry for help or something. I don't know what's going on with some people there. But anyway, Touchdown Temple, hello. Your slop is ready. What you mean? In about AI slop or something. Anyway. I will be glad to fight for my country, not for virtue, but because my children are my world. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You want to be fighting for your children because they are they should be precious to you. You know, they are your flesh and blood. Okay, see you later, Philip Fanning. Yeah, so people should see like their children as like they're as precious. But some people, I think I was talking about this earlier, how some people see their children as just something to exploit or you know what I mean? Okay, see you later. Chloe. Yeah, Chloe, yeah. Anyway, I am nothing special. Glory to God. Okay. If that's what you want to believe, I personally not really. Okay, whatever, James. Yeah, I'm gonna have some food soon, innit? But yeah. Yeah, just kind of like hustling at this friggin' live streaming and all that, you know. Would be nice if we got more super chats and things. That would be good, but can't really expect too much, like I said. Hi, Amina Boo Baker. How you doing tonight? Hope you're well. Where are you from? How's your weekend going anyway? Not seen anything of Richard and Haley today, actually. That's a shame. Yeah. Anyway, hope you're all well tonight, people. Anyone still here? Say hello if you're still watching, people. So I should be able to go live again on TikTok tomorrow, but friggin' give me a warning and that 3-day restriction. Goodness sake. Over something quite small, it's just, that's what they do. YouTube would never have probably restricted me for that. It's all of the BS. TikTok will just restrict you over nothing, pretty much. You could just say something that it wasn't even intended on being bad, but they perceived it as that. I don't work for the Russians. I am a Russian. I am from Moscow. It is very cold in the winter at the moment. Reminds me of Tony Hawk's Underground. I don't know if anyone ever played that, but one of the levels on it was called Moscow. So yeah, that was one of the yeah. Yeah, it was what was it? New Jersey, Manhattan, San Diego, Moscow, Hawaii, I think Vancouver, and then there was some kind of skate park one. Yeah, not if I've missed any there, but I think that was pretty much it for that game. But yeah, it was a good game. But yeah, I used to like the Tony Hawk games. No, why? Why are you asking me if I'm on any medication? And I'm not on any medication. Bit of a random thing to ask. Understood. Okay. Or is it just because I ask people to ask questions or something? So that's just like what you decided to ask or something. Okay. So you've deleted it or something. Okay then, fair enough. Yeah, so that short's on 1,600 views. Still going up a little bit, but yeah, we'll see how it does by like tomorrow or something. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, my most popular short was like 6,000 views. I've not ever had any more than that on YouTube, but on TikTok though, some of my shorts have had like some of my videos on TikTok have had hundreds of thousands of views. Um, two of them had like hundreds of thousands of views. I've never had anywhere near that on YouTube, though. But some people, if they do the right sounds and things like that, they can get a lot of views on YouTube Shorts. It's just very random, so you just never really know. But yeah, we'll be getting off soon. But yeah, if anyone's new here, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to go live every day, so yeah. I'll probably end up being back on the shitty fucking thing tomorrow night. Shitty camera. Don't let them make you cry, big boy. What's that? Who's gonna make me cry? No one's gonna make me cry. some say like men shouldn't cry or something, but then some say that it's okay for men to show feelings, and some even say men should show feelings, should show emotions. But I think that like if you're just crying all the time, then you're probably a bit of a bitch or something, and you need to kind of grow up a bit. Like, you need to become a man and just kind of, if you're just crying over little things, then that's kind of pathetic, really. Like, we have to just kind of be mature and just like realize that sometimes things aren't always going to go your way. And that's just the ebb and flow of it. Because that's good. Okay, thank you. Try to just appreciate every little thing that you get and not just be some spoiled little brat that's just going to complain over little things. Yeah, some people can get spoiled when they're kids and then they have this entitled attitude and they're like, yeah. So this is why you probably shouldn't be like spoiling your kids too much, because you're just going to end up making them into like thinking that they don't have to do anything for anything, and they can just be lazy and not. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Yeah, I'm all right. What about yourself? I'm gonna get off, guys. I think about time I call it a night, I think. So I'll see you all tomorrow. But yeah, are you having a good weekend then before I go? Thank you for the 6 likes, everybody. Thanks for the stream, no problem. So it's a pleasure to have people here and interact, so yeah. All right. Oh, it's 7 likes now. Okay, thank you, everybody. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow then. Peace out, everyone. Bye.